This is going to be the bonus content for section 6. This is day 3. I wish you good luck in the previous video to try to figure out how do you even come close to coming up with a sum of an infinite series of terms. Let's begin. Let's just start generating it and see what we can come up with. Put in the value of 1 for the value of your index. 1 take away 1 is 0. Any non-zero base to the 0 is 1. And 2 times 1 is 2. The very first term in the series is a 2. So if this only had one term, the sum would just be 2. Let's see if we add the first two terms together what the sum might be. Plug in the value of 2 for the index. 2 take away 1 is 1. 1/2 to the first is a half, and 2 times a half makes 1 whole. So if I added the first two terms together, that would make a sum of 3. So I know my sum has to be bigger than 3 because I'm going to add to it. Let's plug in the third value of your index because we just go from 1 all the way to infinity. 3 take away 1 is 2. 1/2 squared is 1/4. Multiplying 1/4 times 2 is 2/4 or 1/2. So although my sum is increasing, it's increasing by a little bit each time, less than what it was increased by the first time and the second time. So 2 plus 1 plus 1/2, that running total is about 3.5. Keep generating the series out. The fourth term would be 1 over 4. The next term would be 1 over 8 plus 1 over 16. If I add these values together, what's happening here is I get a value that's it's still getting bigger and bigger, but not by a lot each time. Of course, this needs to go on forever. And I'm just going to do the ... at the end because I'm at the end of my screen. If I added just these two together, I get a sum of 3, like we said. If I add the first, I get 3.5. I add the first 3 terms. Adding a quarter would make this 3.75. I'm noticing that although my sum is getting bigger, like 3.875, although my sum is getting bigger, it's getting bigger by a little bit each time. Adding one more term, I think this is 3.9375 or something like that. And it keeps going and keeps getting closer and closer to a specific number. Sort of like an asymptote. If we went on, I think the sum might reach the number, I don't know. What do you think? Might reach the number 4. How do I know this? Well, I'm not going to reveal my sources, but it might be upcoming in a future video. Maybe it's section 8. So stay tuned for how I knew this. Bye-bye.